All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's me. It's Nordgar TV, and welcome to qualifying heat race for the NORDTONA 500 here, about to happen at Daytona Speedway. Thank you all for joining in here tonight, and we got another full field here tonight, and let's take a look here at the qualifying order, ladies and gentlemen, as they get ready to pull off. We're going to see the qualifying times here in just a second. There they go there. They're all pulling off right now. 43 drivers going to take their, throw their hat in the ring and give it a good go here to see who's going to finish here at the end of 50 laps here at Daytona Speedway. Let's go over the starting orders here. Right now taking the pole position. Taking the pole position is going to be Kevin O'Keefe with a qualifying time at 47.192 around the track. Brian Terry in second, Dennis Wilder in third, Brandon Leonard in fourth. In fifth position, Victor Barlett. Chubbs in sixth, Trevor Johnson in seventh, David Washington in eighth, and in ninth position, Ryan Hunt. Oltmans will round out the top 10. And ladies and gentlemen, I have a special guest up here in the booth with me, Rudy Cummings. Rudy Cummings, Nordgar TVI Racing League member, up here in the booth with me. Hang on, Rudy, I don't have you on speaker yet. Shit. And you're going to see a pause in the, hold on, here we go. There we go, there we go. You're all good, Rudy. Your audio is all hooked up. Your microphone is there. Thanks for joining us here, Rudy.
Okay, thank you. In the 11th position, we have Ariotti. 12th position, we have Stephen Maddox. 13th is Mark Newland. 14th, Eric Brantley. 15th, Dustin Lee. 16th, Cole Lanning. 17th, Brogan Lant. 18th, Sheila Reber. 19th, James Wilms. And rounding out the top 20 is William Roberts.
Thank you very much, Rudy. That will round out the top 20, and we are very, very sorry, Rudy, you didn't get into the race tonight. New record here at Nordgar TV, 43 drivers in 30 seconds, Rudy, and I know you're kind of bitter about that, but the pace car is off. It is time to go bumper humping. Here we go. Green, green, green. Kind of holding your breath here, Rudy. Here we go as we get started here, and all the drivers probably holding their breath. You've been out there all week, Rudy, and what are these drivers looking forward to here in the first, 5 laps of this race, Rudy?
I think they're kind of trying to position themselves for a kind of a relaxing mode and try not to be too impatient.
Rudy, you've been down there on the track. I haven't for one of these heat races. What's it like when you hear that green flag drop? What does it do to your adrenaline and your hands on the steering wheel?
Your grip on the steering wheel is quite hard, I must admit. It's very intense feeling. You get that kind of adrenaline, like you say. You get pumped up.
We got movement going on the outside. We're going to see, I believe that's a 38. He's going to duck down to the lower line and try to steal second place, and he does it. The number 15, Jeff Gordon, retro paint scheme. He is in third. Brandon Leonard in fourth there in the 44, the 66. Being pushed by the 92 of Terry on the outside. That is T-Man there in the 66, trying to make that outside line work.
Yeah, Nord, we've got a break off here, I think, of the front pack, and there's a second pack kind of following up the rear.
Yeah, we see this every race, this strategy heading to the back. And actually last night in the heat races, we saw going to the back actually hurt the guys because that's where the accident was.
Yes, it was.
All right, it's good and early. These guys are just about all the way wound out here. It's about time to do a crank it up, bitches. So crank it up, bitches! Hang on, we got movement on the outside. That is the number 15 of Victor Barlett in the Jeff Gordon scheme. He's going to take that lap number 4 here at Daytona Speedway. Now we can crank it up, bitches. back stretch at like 202 miles an hour. Speed's picking up, and these front two trying to pull away, Rudy. But as we've seen all week long, doesn't matter where you run or, you know, in your tandem before here at iRacing, before the new build, you could pull away in the tandems, but they're not able. Oh, no! Oh, big wreck coming down the front stretch, and that's going to be Brian Terry. He's going to get spun. Oh, mommy. We got trouble here on lap 5. Yeah, big wreck. The field is junked. The whole back half of the field junked there, Rudy, and we're going to have to, this is going to take a day and a night sort through this.
That looked pretty bad.
These guys not receiving any resets. You don't get in any in real life. You're not getting any here. And caution flag comes out on lap number 5 here early on toward the back half of the pack. We're going to rewind it here and take a look and see where all this, it started up there with Terry and somebody else. I think Terry gets spun. Let's take a look. Terry's driving the 92 Cherry Coke machine. And we've seen Terry all week. Terry received a penalty where he had to sit out a race. And he's back out there on the track. And let's take a look. This is not going to be a good view. Let's go to the chopper view. Crackheads! There we go. Look at this. Here we go. Look at it here, Rudy. It's the 38 down following O'Keefe there, and the 37. 38 looks like he comes up out of line.
Yeah, Dennis Wilder.
Dennis Wilder comes up out of line, and he's going to smack the driver door of Brian Terry there. And Chubbs, there in the 38 driving the Spoogmobile. He is unbelievable. He didn't receive any damage from that. But as we fall back, when the guys start wrecking in front of you, you see everybody check up, and that's usually where more accidents come along. There's the 18. He's going to turn the 12 of James Wilms. Wilms going to get into the 41. The 41 into the wall. And, Rudy, there is vomit in the helmets all over the place.
Oh, definitely. I kind of feel bad for James getting caught up in that. Very unfortunate for a lot of these drivers.
However, James does keep it straight, but look, they're still spinning through the tri-oval. And there's Automotive Intercourse right there, the 29 and the 24. Hide your kids, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Automotive Intercourse. And, you know, if these guys can't get slowed up and checked up, you're going to see an automotive orgy out here at Daytona, Rudy.
Yeah.
There's the number 6. He's sliding through the pit stall. That's David Riggs right there in the old Mark Martin retro scheme. A lot of cool paint schemes here during Speedweeks, NORDTONA Speedweeks here, and we know who the old guys are because you see all the old schemes.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of even some of the guys that we race with day and day, they've changed their paint schemes just for NORDTONA.
Yeah, and there's another retro scheme there. There's an old Davey Allison scheme there in the number 42 Texaco machine. I dig all the old schemes. I'm an old timer as well, and you know, I love seeing all the old schemes. Let's take a look here, and as they come through the tri-oval, yeah, I don't even know who to ride on board with through this. And it looks like the server is actually having issues. We're seeing people, all kinds of people, completely disappearing off the track. I don't know if there's too many spectators in the room or what. We here at NORGAR TV, we have crashed servers before with too many spectators. Back during the end of December there, where we were doing the charity race for the Be the Match Foundation, we had over 100 spectators in the room, and it completely crashed the server. So kind of worried about that here for the spotters. We've been telling the drivers, use real spotters, Rudy. I think a real spotter is better than the computer guy at any time.
Yes, the computer spotters can't be trusted. We've had too many instances that the spotter said you were clear and you're not. And it has caused issues.
Well, let's see if we can see anything here from Michael Leiby there. He's riding in 33rd position, hanging out in the back. We're going to see everybody in front of him. Now, let's move up. Right around here is where we want to see it. There you see the smoke riding on board with Corey Hart. There you see the smoke right there. You see Hart getting out of it, but Hart unable to avoid the 24. And, you know, Rex breed Rex, cautions breed cautions here early on here at Daytona, and This is nothing new, and you know, as I said to the Norgard TV drivers earlier, look, guys, keep your heads up high. Even the real guys, the real NASCAR guys, Rudy, junk the field here at Daytona.
Oh yes, definitely yes. This track is noted for the cautions on it. We haven't quite reached our lap 9 window that we were hoping we could skip over, but
well, it may have been a premature automotive intercourse, you know what, and we're seeing it right now here. Yeah, lap 9's been not good to the drivers during Speedweeks here. So many cautions on lap 9, Rudy, and but hopefully we get it out of the way early. But a lot of cars. We're going to see about 17. I would say 17 cars somewhere around there. You know, they're going to have to come down pit road. No resets these guys are going to have, and they're going to have to get their shit fixed and get back out there.
Yes, sir. This is going to be they're getting green flag.
Green flag.
Yep, green. We'll see who's left in a minute. We wanted to go over that wreck, and sometimes we miss the pit road stops, but you know, hey, we're gonna stay with the action live here. Looks like we still got a good amount of guys out there. We'll see here in a second. We're gonna check the official order. There is the 15 car leading them around. That's Bartlett in the Jeff Gordon scheme. Let's take a look at the. We got cars way off. All 42 cars still out. We didn't field 43 for whatever reason.
And we have a couple that are serving some black flag penalties too.
Yep, and I'm about ready to throw some black flag penalties myself. Get it out there. If they can't maintain speed, they need to get off the track and get down and get more damage fixed. So I hope the admins are listening to me and they're on that, because I don't want to have to do it myself. But I mean, obviously, if they can't run, give them a black flag, let them come back down and try to get it fixed. But you know, basically, if you junk it, you're done. That's pretty much the way it's going to go.
And we had one that just went on pit road and maybe tried to top off his tank with a little fuel in hopes of maybe making it the rest of the way in green.
Well, if it does go green the rest of the way, fuel may be an issue with the caution flag coming out that early in the race, but Bartlett still on the inside. T-Man on the outside being pushed by Chubbs. Down through the tri-oval. Brandon Leonard there in the 4. On the outside, running. Trying to make that outside lane work. The outside lane has been slow as a turtle in winter all week here at Speedweeks. They can get it to the front. Once they get it there, there's nowhere to go. They hit that big wall of air, Rudy, and they're coming up on slower traffic now.
Yeah, that can be an issue. We've seen a couple times this week where them lap cars have doggone near trashed the field. One did, and one was luckily missed.
And look who's going to take the lap. That is a 66 of Trevor Johnson. He takes the lead change here at Daytona. 66 dumps Chubbs out on the outside, falls in front of Bartlett in the 15. Kevin O'Keefe in the 37. That is your top 3. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here at Norgard TV, please hit that follow button in the face. It's right above the video player in the upper left-hand corner. You don't want to miss out on the whole next week we have of Speedweeks, and the 500 is going to be 7 days from now, Rudy.
Yeah, it's getting up there. It's getting closer. We've seen a lot of very good racing to get as far as we have.
Each day, your chances get worse and worse each day. So,
yes, they do.
And Rudy, let me take this time. I know you've been frustrated with with getting into the server here. I mean, you're one of my boys. You're in my league. We talked to you on TeamSpeak before everything. And let me just ask you this, Rudy: do you plan on trying to keep entering here at during Speedweeks, or are you just throwing your arms up in the air right now?
Oh no, I'll admit I get a little frustrated, but to me, there's going to be nothing like being in the NORDTONA 500, especially in the inaugural.
Well, this is the inaugural. Unless iRacing runs me out of here, we're going to run this again next year. I'm very happy with what... let me rephrase that. I am happy on what's been going on here the last week. And the reception for this event, Rudy, not anticipated by me or any of the other admins. I got to say, wow, I'm just blown away about how many people are so pumped up to get into this, to win this trophy here at the end of the 500.
Oh, there'll be people bragging about this for months afterwards. People are going to be so pumped about it. Oh, we're seeing a little bit of touching back here. In fact, the 18 and the 91 touching a little bit.
Yeah, well, they better stop their touching, because if you do that too much, you will go blind. That's what my mama told me when I was a kid. And they're coming down into turn number 1. Trevor Johnson still out front. Lap car, he's going to the high side, staying up there where he needs to be. That is a class act right there from the number 11. Pretty big pack up front. We got a lot of guys that have fallen to the back, but they're moving. They're trying to find their dancing partners, Rudy. You got to hook up, because, Rudy, here at these restrictor plate races, here and Talladega, you can't win this without help. You can't run. You cannot be just that damn good. Somebody has to let you win, basically.
Yes, it has to be a partnership that, you may not even create until maybe 2 to go. So
there we see 3 wide. Chubbs to the outside. The 51 Altman's in the Wheaties machine. He's going to suck up that second spot, and Chubbs going to lose 2 to 3 spots here. He falls back in line on the outside. Coming up on more lap traffic, which is down. They're going below the yellow line. If you get caught, you got 2 choices. Stay up near the wall, go below the yellow line. Another class act by a driver getting out of the way of the leaders racing. And I can't tell you how happy that makes me. Looking on board right now at Mark Newland in the 96. Looking ahead at the number 30 car. Newland running in 13th position. Let's go on board with Newland right now, and let's get some really good shots. Let's do, I'm going to shut up, and so Rudy's going to go get me a sandwich. And we're going to go, we're going to crank it up, bitches. Let's crank this shit up. Oh, a lot of movement coming on down the backstretch. Oh man, look at this. This is some great racing. That is what I live for right there, just to hear the as everybody goes by. That's just awesome. And I got to tell you, the further into the Speedweeks we get, Rudy, it really looks like these guys are racing so harder than they were in the beginning of the week.
Yeah, this is true. And they're learning to race together a little more, because I've seen a lot of the same racer in every one of these races.
Barlett retakes the lead out front in front of Trevor Johnson there in the Altel car. T-Man there, big surprise there running up front right now, and it's good to see him up there right now, because he wants to win this really bad.
I'm sure he does.
And Kevin O'Keefe there as well. They're in 3rd position, starting on the pole. Keefe laying down a qualifying lap that I think only Zeus, the lightning god of Olympus, could have put down tonight. One of the fastest qualifying times we've seen here all week.
Yes, Nordic, the 47.192. That is a very, very fast lap.
Barlett to the inside. T-Man on the outside in the 66 being pushed by Altmans as in the Wheaties machine there. And man, look who else is coming up through the field, Rudy. Oh no! Oh, look at this. Whoa, this is not going to end well.
He saved it.
Oh, how did he save that hunk of shit? How in the world is that possible? Did he not wreck the entire field? Oh my Lord.
That was amazing.
Oh man, these guys doing a great job. Now I was about to say, somebody we have not spoken of much this week, coming back here recently, making his first few starts in the NORDTONA 500 qualifying there in the 88. That is Eddie Curry in the Native Warrior machine in 11th position, moving up through the field. T-Man out front. Altman's in second. Leonard, he's making moves. He doesn't know which lane to ride in. Back down low and right behind the number 10 of David Washington. Altman's out front now. T-Man in second. Barlett in third. And somebody screwed on the outside. Guys are moving, man. It seems like they're getting faster. The speeds aren't really showing it, but it seems like they are just running a little bit harder.
Everybody wants to be in this NORDTONA 500. It's an exciting event for everybody. I know it's exciting for you, but it's really exciting for these people.
Well, this is all about fun in the end, Rudy, and a lot of these guys taking it real serious. We've seen a lot of arguing, a lot of threatening, a lot of all kinds of stuff. I mean, every time I think I've seen it all, Rudy, every single night I see something completely different, and it blows my mind. I thought I had everything pegged, but we see something different every night.
Oh, that's a fact. It's been something different every night. In every race I've been in, it's been a different ending.
There is Altman's in the 51 being pushed by the number 66, and they're coming up on way slower traffic right now. And the slower traffic, there's like 3 of them in a line right there. That's the 32, the 59, and the 92. And they're about to be caught. These guys need to stay hooked up. And you see damage there on the Cherry Coke machine. These guys need to stay hooked up in a single file line and get the hell away and hope for another caution. Because the field is about to catch them. They're scrambling to try to get out of the way right now. Their spotters on their radio right now tell them the field's coming. Nothing you can do when you're that slow, Rudy.
Oh, no. All you can do right in that pack like that is just kind of hang. Hopefully the slow cars are going to give you room to go by them. We got Brandon Leonard running in 5th place, one of our league members. He's been like myself this week and has been very unlucky getting crashed out early in the race. Oh, we got an accident on front stretch.
Roger's out. What's your car doing, bud?
Like we had the 39, excuse me, kind of bumped the 36 into the 32.
Of course, Rudy, I was down getting a hot pretzel and all this bullshit happened. I'm sorry about that. 39 into the 32. Let's take a look here at caution flag number 2. That's Chubbs.
Yeah, 39 hit the 36 in the rear and kind of sent him over into the 32.
Let's take a look here. Chubbs riding in the 39 in 11th position when this all comes out. Let's go to the chopper view. Take a look at this real quick, and we're going to head down because pit stops right now as we almost get halfway through this race. This will be it. Anybody that comes down, they're not going to want to come down again. And it looks like the 32, he gets into the wall, and the 32 and the 36, they tangle. Nowhere.
A lot of people went off in the grass and avoided it. So
yeah,
that's
Man, the people running the high line, nowhere for them to go, and that is the nature of the beast here at Daytona. Let's head back up live, and I want to watch these pit stops as they happen there. We got a whole ton of cars coming down pit road right now.
Yes, they are. Some of them are going in for repairs.
Even the leaders are coming down right now. There's a 37 of O'Keefe. O'Keefe there, your pole sitter, and he comes down and just gets gas, and he's off. Everybody instructed, you need to stay to the right, don't drive through other cars down pit road, and everybody doing a great job. They know and understand the rules. This is, if it's just like NASCAR, if they don't do it NASCAR, you don't do it here. And these guys, a lot of them been, earlier on in the week, a lot of them got nailed thinking they could get away with stuff, and they learned very quickly that there's about 5 to 7 admins watching every part of the track here tonight, so you can try it, but you're not going to get away with it, Rudy.
That's correct, sir. You got it right. I've admin one race, and there's a lot of behind-the-scenes things that the racers don't know about that are watching.
And if the viewers want to know more about the behind-the-scenes, what's going on, we put up three streams earlier for you to view as well as along with mine with the live broadcast. I'll try to get them up here for you here real quick. I'm doing my best, trying to copy and paste. But yeah, there's if you guys want additional coverage, you need to go over to these guys and make sure you follow them as well, because they are just as much of a part of this as I am over here, Rudy. And I want to make sure everybody gets their due, because the admins are the ones that are making me look good. If I look good, but they're also the ones that are officiating all of this, and this is by no means in any way, shape, or form an easy task to try to handle with 43 cars out on the track, Rudy.
Oh, that's for sure. That is very for sure. I see we got David Washington out in the lead now. Everybody's finishing up their pit stops.
Yep, you're going to see a couple of guys, come back in and try to, top off with fuel there, but you're not really going to need it on a 25-lap run. We don't need any more fuel here. We're here at Daytona. You don't need any tires either. You can run 80 laps here with no tires. But what you can't do is you got to make sure you have enough fuel. But if there's any bending of the fenders or any of that, that shit's got to get fixed. Aerodynamics, the number one thing you need to take care of here at these restrictor plate tracks.
That's correct. We've got, different strategies going on out there all the time. We've got, a lot of damaged cars on the track right now. Some are trying to save fuel, didn't want to take a pit stop. Maybe they have a little dent in the fender or on the front. So it's going to change the effect of how the drafting is going to be in the field from here on out.
Well, all the way back to Crash D'Amico there in the number 62. He's riding in 10th, but there was your pole sitter right now, Kevin O'Keefe. He comes in and gets gas only, so he must have been short. I did not see O'Keefe take tires. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but I didn't see him take tires. And he's going to fall back to 11th and falling further back in the field as we look. Here's where about the leaders it started. Michael Levy there in 12th, and the beer store, I don't know what car, that's William Roberts there. Oltman's in the 51. In the number 43, that's Wolfram, and Bartlett, who's run up front all night long. Actually, that's a combination. That's a retro/new scheme. The front of that car is the old Jeff Gordon, and the back of it is the new Jeff Gordon car. So that's pretty cool. Good job on your paint there on the number 15. A lot of cool paints. And there is T-Man there in the 66. He's running in 17th. So the leaders giving up like 18 spots, Rudy. I don't know how smart this is with 25 laps to go, but you pretty much have to figure that caution flag number 2 has flown. You pretty much have to figure they're halfway through the race. We're probably going to see at least 1 or 2 more cautions.
That's possible. We've seen that in the past. Now's when they want to start planning up what they're going to do to come from the back to the front.
Wilms there riding in 25th. Wilms getting involved in that first accident, and I'm not sure good old James there has been able to recover since then. Yeah,
he had a little bit of nose damage on him, I seen.
Well, the cars are going to double up. We're going to go green flag racing next time by on lap number 27. Sorry, 28. David Washington going to lead them down. Brandon Leonard on the outside in the 4. The 48 down low in the 96, also on the outside. That's Mark Newland there in the 96. And I want to just give a shout out to Newland there. Look at the back of his car. Let's see what it says. Push me, you jackwagon! Follow the instruction. Don't hit the baby, though. There's a baby on the front. I'm not exactly sure what the hell all that's about. But, damn. He's giving the driver's instruction right on his tailgate. That's pretty smart. Wouldn't you say, Rudy?
Oh, yes, definitely. Giving them directions. Push me.
Yeah, push me, you jackwagon. I love it, Newland. I love it. Newland right there just outside the bubble. We do know that only the top 3 will qualify and advance. Everybody else is going to have to try again. And again, and again, and again, and again, and we found out that just trying to get into the race, Rudy, is a race.
Oh yes, it's really tough, man, to try to have a good connection to get in there. And unfortunately, I've lucked out twice that, my luck wasn't so good I didn't get in.
Well, pace car going to peel off. Green flag racing. Here we go. Lap number 28. Here we go. Green, green, green. No more automotive intercourse, boys. As Washington going to lead them down. Leonard on the outside. Newland in the baby mobile. He's going to try to get up behind Leonard and push him down the front straight. This guy's taking this shit very, very seriously. And, again, what a reception. I can't believe, when we started this event, I didn't even think we would fill the 3rd heat race. Boy, was I wrong, Rudy. You ever been wrong? It happened to me.
Yeah, there was some people that questioned that, thinking that maybe by the end of Speedweek that you might not be able to have a circle full, but I don't see that being an issue.
No, it gets bigger and bigger every night, and we need to thank the viewers, all the other broadcasters within the community, and racers for making that happen, because I put it up there, I advertised it once, and it just took off from there.
Yeah, it's been amazing. The turnout every night is simply amazing.
Well, as you know, Rudy, I live for this shit. I love it. And right now, as we're going to pan out here a little bit and take a look at the leaders trying to break away, that is the 10 of Washington and the 48 of Ryan Hunt. We haven't spoken to Hunt all that much here tonight, but Hunt runs strong every night here in these heat races, and he's been caught up in a whole lot of crap the last week.
Yes, he has. I'm kind of pulling for Brandon Leonard there a little bit. He's one of our league members. And like I said, he's been unfortunate like I have and gotten wrecked out just a few times.
A few times. Every heat race he's been in, he's run up front and he's just been in the wrong place at the wrong time. And, Daytona is a crapshoot. Lady Luck needs to be on your side to be able to survive. And no resets, that's got to weigh on your mind as a driver too, with having no resets.
Oh yes, it does. Yeah, knowing that if you get even a fender damage, that it's going to affect your
And
draft.
Hunt, looks like they might have gone for a switch, but Hunt, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Rudy, but Hunt going to take it is Washington going to go to the outside. Oh, bumper humping. He's going to go to the outside, and Hunt trying to fall back up to the top to pick him back up, and he does. Doesn't want to leave his buddy there. And that's dangerous to do. Look at who the new leader is now. That's going to be Matt Simpson in the camouflage vehicle. I believe he's driving the number 33, but no. Outside lane still moving. Washington and Hunt there making him move. And Brizik right behind Simpson. He needs some help. New lead change here.
Matt Simpson is running a setup that I gave him. And I'm really happy. But that's great.
I believe Brandon is too. Is he not in the number 4?
I think you're right. I believe you're right. It's a pretty good setup. It's a good long run setup.
Well, the only bad thing about these heat races is we run 50 laps, here at Daytona in the mystery races and stuff, and it seems like it takes forever. But during Speedweeks, 50 laps at Daytona is really nothing.
Oh no, it seems to go by so quick. Here we car on lap 32 already.
Yep. Oh, that's a beautiful sound.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of jockeying positions. Probably the main thing to do right now is they want to try to get up front and stay up front.
Yeah, you want to probably be in the top 10 right about now. You don't necessarily have to be in the top 3 at this moment, but you need to be able to be in position there at the end to make the strike to have a chance to win this summer. Basically, everybody like 20th on back right now needs to really start thinking, oh man, look at the outside lane move. Brizik, Leonard, T-Man. Oh, we got a car off down in the grass.
We got some bump in the bag going on.
Yep, and he comes back up. He wasn't able to keep it down, and I hope that's caution flag number 3. I hope the admin scold that guy for that. He should have been able to keep that down.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was something, you know, out of his control or what. I don't want to jump all over too many people. I've been jumping all over people all week, and I've been receiving a lot of bad emails for it. And you know, I want to give benefit of the doubt where it is. But the number 5, Libby. It looks like the whole inside lane is checking up right there. Is what's going on. And the 40,
yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, and you know that's not totally. The 45 gets into the back of him because the whole inside lane checking up. But he's down there in the grass, and personally, Rudy, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong or tell me if I'm you know, out of line here, but I think he could have kept that down there.
Yes, it's tough when you're sliding in that grass because it doesn't slide like it does on the blacktop. But I think he could have kept that down there myself.
Well, it is like driving on ice, that's for sure. You hit the brakes and nothing happens.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. Brakes are useless here through the grass at Daytona. You might as well wreck yourself into the wall. But not completely his fault. The 45 got into him, and man, Eddie Curry is going to be cursing. No, Eddie.
Yep.
I don't think Eddie got a piece of that. Let's take a look. Eddie.
He was rear-ending Brantley quite hard because Brantley was checking up so hard.
Yeah, the whole inside lane checking up on this exchange right here, Rudy.
Yeah.
And we've seen that all week. The inside lane has to check up. The outside lane, yep, Eddie's going to receive damage. He's not going to be happy. Yeah, and he's all over Brantley right there. And
yeah,
nothing they could do, Rudy. You can't go anywhere. This is a 202 mile an hour traffic jam.
Yes, it is. They're all doing their pit stops now.
Yep,
see what kind of damage
we're going back up live. We're going to see what's going to happen. There's Brantley. There's Chubbs. See who's back up, down on, or back up, down on pit road. That doesn't make any sense. But when do I ever make sense for it?
Eddie's not taking any tires, so I'm assuming he's probably got a little bit of required damage. And
see Terry, Chubbs, Brantley. There's the number 8. I'm not sure who's driving the number 8 car. And Eddie Curry. We'll check on the number 8 here in a second. He's taking all tires.
yeah, that's Cole Lanning.
Cole Lanning, thank you very much.
Coming off the pit road now.
And you know what? Looks like Eddie's crew got his front end fixed. But
Yep.
Eddie going to have to start at the back, and we're on lap 35. We got 15 to go. It's going to be tough, starting from like 32nd to get to the front. Let's take a look and see right now, Rudy, how many are still on the lead lap, and it's not many. Well, when I say not many, I say 27 still on the lead lap. That's many for a lot of other servers, but not here.
Yeah, we're showing Brian Terry. He's still in pit here getting repairs. He's one lap down, but he won't be the lucky dog.
No, it looks like no, he won't be the lucky dog because he's going to be unable to receive it. We'll see here.
Yep.
We just had about 4 or 5 cars taken behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cars taken behind the wall. Wilms is one of them.
Wow.
So it looks like right now the last one that's going to be on the lead lap is going to be Eddie Curry in 25th position. Ready? Everybody else takes
correct.
it behind the wall.
That's a shame. We'll have 25 cars on the lead lap. Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, not quite half the field, but man, we're whittling it down for sure. What is this, caution 3, 4?
I believe it's 4. Yeah, we got a new leader now. Jason Brizick's in the lead.
Mazia says 3 in chat. So.
Okay.
I don't know. I lose track after about 2 because
Yeah.
in a 50-lap race, there shouldn't be 1, period. There shouldn't be any. But these guys racing really, really hard. And, you know, I've said earlier in the week, Rudy, that, you know, a lot of the guys, they're not used to running with 43 cars. And this is part of the deal here at NORDTONA TV. Long races, 43 cars. We're grooming the iRacing community to destroy the World Championship drivers next year.
That would be awesome. It's going to give them a run for their money.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see some new names and new faces in with black stripes on them next year. We're a little late for this year. We've been around and been doing this for about 6 months now, but NORDTONA TV is starting to finally catch on to the community, and people, you know, they know who we are, and they know what we're about, and a lot of guys support us. The guys that don't support us are them black stripe and Pro Series drivers because they like having their spots secured every single year.
Well, it looks like Brandon Leonard's still staying up front. One of our guys there. Ryan Hunt, he's in second.
Yep.
David Washington, he's drops back to 4th.
Actually, right now, the top 3 are NORDTONA TV League members right there. The 91, the 48, and the 4.
Yes, they are.
Brizick, Hunt, and Leonard. Washington.
And these guys race together, you know, night after night, and they've learned how to race around each other, and they do a very good job.
Yep. And there's Washington. He's from Noble. And there's a 66. We thought we lost him earlier, but there's a 66, a T-Man, hanging out in 5th position. And there's another well, look it. All right, so here we go. We got NORDTONA TV, NORDTONA TV, NORDTONA TV, Noble, NORDTONA TV, NORDTONA TV, NORDTONA TV, and Dominique, not sure where he's from, but not sure where Lance from either, but O'Keefe there, NORDTONA. So like 7 out of the top 10 NORDTONA TV League members. What do you got to say about that there, Rudy?
Oh, that's great. You know, each night we've been trying to get as many NORDTONA League members, you know, to qualify for this. And last night it was just awesome. We had 3, and it was just awesome. That was an awesome race to have 3 league members finish in the top 3.
Well, don't speak out of turn or too early yet. I mean, it may happen again, but man, it's Daytona. Who knows what's going to happen? You know what? You could place 43 drivers on a coin, or 20, or you know, 22 on one side, 22 on the other side, and flip it, and that's what you get.
Yeah, I say this every night. You know that you can come from dead last and win the race.
We saw Earl last night drive from 40th to 2nd in about 6 laps last night. Earl Bland there, one of our admins. So it is possible. And Rudy, you've seen me do it. You've seen me start dead last and win one of these bitches before in hosted races. It can be done.
Oh, yes.
As a matter of fact, I owe you a push, do I not?
Oh, yes, you do. I'm going to take you up on that one of these days.
I have a win under my belt due to you. And where was it? Was that at Talladega or was that here at Daytona?
That was here at Daytona.
Here at Daytona.
Night race that we had, yeah.
Yep. And we did that in the Cup cars, if I believe correctly, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. So yeah, Rudy, I definitely owe you one. And
that was so much fun.
One day, if we ever get hooked up again, there out in the draft, I will be sure to make do on that for sure because you know I've been kind of left out of the draft here lately. But green flag racing again, lap 38 coming up. Hopefully that was the last yellow.
Let's hope and pray.
I would like to see a green flag finish here tonight, Rudy. Almost every race is finished under caution so far this speed week. There's been a couple that have finished under green. And the ones that have finished under green between 5 and 7 1/1000ths of a second between the winner and second place and third and fourth. It's unreal how fast and how close they are. Photo finishes at the end, and just absolutely some amazing finishes here. So we've seen a lot of good racing this week. Intend on seeing a lot of good racing next week as well.
We're going to start seeing a lot of 3-wide racing now because people are starting to 12 laps to go. Be pushing their cars by.
Yeah, and we're seeing 3 wide in the back half of the field. This isn't going to really do them any good in the back. You gotta, I don't know. I don't know what the advice would be if I'm running 25th right now. Just put the hammer down, close your eyes, and hope for the best. That's not the way. That's not the way to run.
No.
Rizek out front, Leonard in second, Hunt in third there on the outside in the 48. T-Man in the 66, all lined up, all trying to boogie down the backstretch.
They're 3 wide coming out of turn 4.
Yeah, they are coming out of 4, about 15th on back, 3 wide racing. Hunt making a move with Washington on the outside. They are motoring through the turn. Now we got 3 wide racing up front, Rudy. Holy hell. I would not want to be in the middle of this trying to get into the top 3 spots right now. Because everybody else behind spot number 3, they're like, oh man, I just got to get there. Look at this 3 wide racing coming down the backstretch at Daytona. Hold on to your hat. Because we're going for a ride.
This is great.
Oh! Car in the wall.
Caution's out.
There. Looks like Crash D'Amico got into it a little bit there.
How's my radio been today? Could you hear me fine?
D'Amico either he runs big or he goes home, one or the other. And
that's true.
I mean, Crash, I've raced with Crash. I've had a lot of fun with the 62 right there, and all I can say is he did not get his nickname by accident.
That's for sure.
No, that's untrue. He did get his nickname by accident. Let's see what happens here to good old Crash. They're running 3 wide in front of him. He gets out of shape just a little bit off the line. He comes back down to pick up the draft. And again, the inside line looks like they're checking up with T-Man and Simpson there in the 33 way up front. But this is going to, we're too slow, crackheads. Let's go. I don't think we're going to see anybody who's not wrecked come down pit road right now. I think all the leaders going to stay out.
Oh, it kind of looked like Ed Hewitt might have got a little bit loose down into the 18 car.
Maybe they were checking up. I'm not sure what Crash is doing here. Let's go to the chopper view.
I think he was trying to check up.
Yeah, he was. He was trying to anticipate the wreck of the 45. The 45 car there, the 45 and the 18, just like you said. The 45 and the 18. Come on, cameraman on crack. There, that's Ed Hewitt in the 45 and the 18 of Brogan Lant. A little bit of touchy, little bit of feely.
Yes, sir.
And Chubbs gets it, the 22 gets it, and that's where D'Amico gets it as well. So
yeah,
again,
that's unfortunate.
Crash is going to crash, not of his doing. Crash is he's been praying all week for a good showing, or at least a finish here at Norgar TV, and Crash probably going to have to take it back behind the wall again.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. I think you're probably going to see a few of them that come out of that. Probably they're going to have to take it behind the wall.
Hey, Rudy, here's a question for you and the viewers, okay? You and the viewers right now. If these were real, actual cars, Rudy, how many and since we started Speedweeks, how many millions of dollars do you think have been junked out here at Daytona?
Oh, I couldn't even begin to tally that up. It's just been astronomical. I mean, these people, if they really, really knew what a real car it would take to repair that, to get that back out, it's very costly.
Well, that's why you usually only get one backup car, and that's it. And it's not like the guys can pull a backup car off the trailer midway through the race. That's not allowed. No. But, practice, qualifying, all that, we see even the professional guys, they're on the edge, Rudy. I mean, if you're not on the edge, you're not racing. That car is like 1 fraction of an inch of being completely out of control to get down these qualifying speeds and these lap times that you need to be competitive here.
Yes. Yeah, you probably know as well as I do, if you even touch that yellow line in the turns, you're sideways. And like you say, those cars are so much on the edge. You're pushing it for all you've got, and one little mistake can put you into the wall.
It doesn't take much. And, you know, the difference in angle, I should find this out one day, but the angle difference between below the yellow line and the racing surface, unlike most other tracks, is quite large.
Yes. Yeah, people get this confused with Talladega. Talladega's a lot more forgiving. Somewhat. In the turns, there's quite a transition there. But this one here, that transition is very, very touchy on the car.
Taking a look at it, our leader right now, Brizik. Brizik, there in the cockpit, looks cool, calm, and collected, sitting there up front.
We still have 5 league members out of the top 6 in there, so that's very good.
And I would like to, as you bring that up, I would like to make this announcement live on Norgard TV. All the links you need are down below, ladies and gentlemen. The Facebook, our Blogspot site, our YouTube, everything else. But the announcement that many people may or may not know of is, as of today, applications for next season opened up today, Rudy, and we've already been flooded early this morning.
Oh, that's great. I'll tell you what, this has been one of the greatest things I think I've ever come across is becoming a Nordgard TV League member. I just love it. Y'all are great folks. I enjoy racing with you, and I've made some awesome friends.
Blow all the smoke you want, Rudy. You're still going to have to refresh your ass to get in the race.
I'm going to try it tomorrow.
No, I agree with you 100%, Rudy. I've learned a lot from a lot of the drivers, and we have drivers from all over the world, Rudy. That's what, to me, that's the coolest thing about
Yes.
Norgard TV League is we got guys from Australia, France, Germany, Great Britain, Texas, you know, all walks of life.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
And the crowd's eating you up right now, Rudy. They love you out there in Norgard TV chat right now, and they're having a great time. I think you got a whole bunch of new fans tonight that are going to be rooting you on tomorrow night for their tomorrow night's Heat Raid.
Well, I appreciate that, and thank you, Nord, for inviting me up here to the booth with you. I'm really enjoying this. I'm having a good time.
I'm glad you're having a good time, Rudy. It's good to have you up there, but I'd rather be calling your name across the stripe saying, Rudy wins it, but we'll see about tomorrow night.
Yes, sir, and I appreciate everybody rooting for me.
Well, they're going to double up. We got another 2.5 minutes till we go green flag racing again. As we take a look at the order, look at those guys up front. We got Brizik on the inside. We got Leonard on the outside in the 4. We got T-Man there in the 66. Trevor Johnson, no relation to Jimmy. And the 15 on the outside of Victor Barlett. 48 a Hunt and the 33 a Simpson. And Washington there, O'Keefe. The 34, who's the 34? 34 is Dominique, there's Mark Newland, there's the 18 of Wolfram. Any one of these guys we're speaking of right now can win this sucker.
Oh yes, there's some really great racers up there in the front right now.
Well, we've seen a lot of new names around here. We've seen a lot of great racing, and you know, here at Norgard TV, that's what we want. We want long races, full fields with some of the best racers the racers have, you know, that iRacing has to offer. And that's what we keep trying to promote this. But the whole reason for this NORDTONA 500 was to make the iRacing community aware that we are here. And personally, me, I'm not going to speak for anybody else, but me, I don't like what I'm offered in iRacing. What I'm not offered is this exact format. Big fields, long races. That's only reserved for the Pro and the World Championship guys. And Rudy, to be quite blunt and frank with you, I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, this does make a whole different race format. You know, with 43 drivers in the field, it's just totally different.
Green flag.
Pace car's off. We got 6 to go, Rudy. 6 laps left. Who's gonna finish it? Coming down the front stretch.
We're going to see a lot of bumping and banging now.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of touchy-feely out there here in the next couple laps. I won't be surprised if this does end under caution. Every other one does, but if it doesn't, you're going to hear me go ape shit in about 5 laps. And you all know, Rudy, that I'm not wound all that tight, so it's going to happen. 3 wide coming through 3. What the hell?
Oh, yeah.
Leonard's going to lose like 8 spots coming through 3 and 4. Rizik up front. T-Man up front. Hunt up front. Big wreck in the back. Holy mama. Hochi mama. Holy shit balls.
Caution.
And I don't know.
Guys, just quickly, just remember.
I don't think that's going to end the race.
No, I don't think it's going to end the race either, Rudy. I think we're going to have about 1 or 2 to go.
Yep. A lot of great racers were taken out of that.
Yeah, they were.
Wreck right there. Brandon Leonard, he was taken out.
Yeah, of course he was. That's just been his luck.
Yep.
And drivers on their radios right now probably screaming at one another. I see them in chat right now, typing very angrily using capital letters.
Uh-huh.
You know that's a bad sign when people type in all caps to you, right? Because they're yelling at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like that's more intimidating. And looks like Leonard comes up into the 37 right there in O'Keefe.
Yeah.
Man, O'Keefe, he's got a limited schedule this week, and he was really hoping. And he had a great run tonight. O'Keefe was really hoping to get into it. I was actually rooting. I'm rooting for everybody. I don't. You know what? I'm a fan, Rudy, and I'm trying to be impartial. Of course, I want my guys in it, but I just want to see good racing, plain and simple.
Yep. Where Brandon's at, they're coming out of 4. He's in the middle like that. You get a lot of aero push off of the bottom, and it has a tendency to push you up to the top. And when the car's on the edge like that, makes it hard to control.
Yep, and that's exactly what happens. Aero push on the 4 is going to get up into the 37. There's nothing he could have done to avoided that. I mean, there's just no way. But the 4, let's go on board with the 4. Because I don't think we're going to end it here. I think we're definitely going to have at least one more lap. 1 lap shootout to the end. Right? Take a look. He's trying to get back down to the bottom lane is what he's trying to do. He's not clear. There's nowhere for him to go. Keith got a run on the outside, and I don't think Brandon Spotter ever told him he was there because, I mean, O'Keefe came flying through there, and I'm not even sure Brandon even saw him, but, he comes up into him. Let's take another look. Let's go from the chopper view here.
Maybe he needs to fire that spotter.
Yeah. I've fired about 8 of mine. I fire my crackheads every night, but I'm so poor I can't afford any. I'm going to have to start. I don't know. What's lower than a crackhead, Rudy?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm at the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, I'm at the bottom of the barrel as it is. I can't hire anyone. And, man, that's a freaking shame. That is a freaking shame. And I know a bunch of Norgard TV League members, they're just throwing their arms up in the air saying, what the hell do I have to do to finish one of these races?
That seems to be the trend, that last few laps, everybody gets racy. They want to go 3 wide.
No, they all know that they got to get up to the top 3. And actually looks maybe, you know what? I bet you the 33 somehow, some way, right there is where you see him get upset. You see him wiggle a little bit in the 4. I think the 33, just like you said, aero push, suck the air off the side of the 4, and just, I don't know.
Yeah. That's happened to me many times. When you're on the outside of a car that's down low like that, it takes the air right off of you.
And that sucks for a lot of guys. I feel bad for everybody. I mean, I would love to see 50 laps green flag racing. That would be awesome. But with the competition so stiff and so competitive, it's not going to happen. Now in the 500, when we get to the 500, Rudy, if people aren't patient, it's 200 laps at this joint. 200 laps, almost, I bet you 90% of these drivers have never run 200 laps in a row here at Daytona.
I think you're about right, yep. It's going to be a long race. Right now, we still got 3 of our league members in the top 3, so that's a good thing.
Yep. Brizik, T-Man, and Hunt.
Now
Washington
they can just
there,
hold it.
lurking in 4th.
Yeah, and he's not one to be counted out.
No.
David, he has a very good setup. He has a good car. I don't know if he has any damage or not, but
we
he's
can
not
look
one
at
to...
that. We can't. A lot of drivers ask me, hey, can you look at my car and tell me if I have damage? Hell no, I can't. That would be cheating, but we can look here and not tell them. How's that?
Yeah, there you go.
And yeah, definitely, David Washington definitely does have damage on the front of his car right there. You can see the front splitter there. Just
Yep.
it's all caved in, and it's way off the front of the ground, and that's going to allow a whole bunch of air to make it just that much slower. And when I say that much slower, we're talking thousandths of a second, but that's all that matters here at Daytona.
Yeah, when the winds are 5 thousandths, of a second, that makes a big difference. But David had that damage on the last caution I seen.
The race is going to be over, Rudy. We aren't going to go green flag racing again, and that's kind of sucks for the rest of the guys who tried. But yeah, lap 50, they're going to double up, but there is no lap 51, so the field is frozen. This is one of the things that especially in a tournament situation like this, Rudy, that iRacing, as us admins and officials, we should be able to throw a green-white checker. We should be able to add 3 to 4 more laps on the race in case shit like this happens. iRacing's been around since 2008. This is still not employed for the host, and I implore everybody watching, racers, viewers, and fans to get on iRacing about this, because not being able to throw a green-white checkered right now ruins the ends of these races.
I agree. Maybe what they could do is, if the caution comes out under 5 to go, is the caution laps don't count.
That could be a way to do it as well too, but it's supposed to be a sim, quote unquote.
Right.
And as far as the admin controls and the things and the abilities that we are allowed to do and not allowed to do, this ain't anywhere near a sim as far as I'm concerned, on the admin side of it, because we can't make it. We're making it as real as possible, but our hands are tied, Rudy. We can't do anything else.
Yeah, this is correct. Yeah, and it's a shame.
Well,
it's really a shame.
Unless anybody runs out of gas, or somebody decides to be a boatard and wrecks the top 3, it looks like 3 NORGAR TVI League, iRacing League members are going to make it. It's going to be Brizik, Johnson, and Hunt.
I'm sure they're very excited. Brizik, he's been chirping all day in TeamSpeak about it, and was really pumped up for this race.
Well, Brizik's been caught in almost every wreck as well here this week. And,
yes.
Brizik, I'm sure, a sigh of relief there on the 91 camp. The 66, Trevor Johnson, okay, first of all, he's the youngest member in our league. He's the most even-keeled driver I've ever, nothing affects this guy. He's just like, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. And, he'll talk shit every once in a while, but, all race car drivers do that. As you see the 66 getting up there on the bumper of the 91, just saying, come on, bitch, one more lap, I'll take you. And, you gotta give credit where credit is due. Trevor, he doesn't complain, he doesn't argue, he doesn't get upset, he doesn't get, he doesn't bust out of line. And good to see these guys up front. And I feel bad for all the other drivers, especially our members who got taken out there on that last wreck.
Yeah, very unfortunate. We've been pumped up about this all week, trying to get as many league members in there. Look at them coming down the front row here, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, they don't want to give up an inch.
That's a picture. That's a picture.
Well,
right
the
there.
picture will be going on Facebook, so the closer they can stay, the better. But they better be careful not to pass somebody before they hit the start-finish line. And
there
they don't.
They go.
So that's going to end it here tonight for heat race number 10. Let's try to get a word in there with our winners there, Rudy. Let's see here as they're going to take their cool down lap.
Woo!
Sounds like Brizik screaming on the radio
Congrats,
right
Jason.
now.
Oh, he's pumped up. I can hear it holler.
Jason Brizik, 91. This is NORGAR in the booth. You got a copy?
I'm here, Norgar.
Well, buddy, you were flappity on the gums all day long in TeamSpeak. Your heat racing's over, 91. How do you feel right now?
I am so happy. I have been at the, well, not really at the front. I've been in the middle of the field and the back of the field wrecked every time, not my fault. And it's such a freaking relief.
We can hear your excitement in your voice as everybody finishes their cooldown laps and destroys one another. Just a lot of crazy racing, and the further on in the weeks, it seems the harder and harder you guys race. What did you see out there from the 91 windshield here tonight?
I was at the back of the start of the field. I tried to do a new qualifying method, and it didn't work out. And I had a lot of help from the Norgard teammates. Jeremy helped me immensely. We got through all those early wrecks and got back up to the middle. And then when everybody came in to get their fuel, I had already taken my fuel and tires on that first caution, and I stayed out, and we went all the way up to the top 10. And from there, it was just working with Ryan and Brandon, and it was just awesome. And we tried to make some deals at the end, and looks like Brandon got left out of that whole thing. But I know Ryan made it to third, and so I'm very pleased.
All right, man. Well, you got exactly 1 week until the 500, 6 days till the mandatory drivers race. And what are you gonna do with this this week off here? Are you gonna go to work? Are you gonna take it easy? Are you gonna sit in your chair, watch some movies, maybe watch some porn? I don't want to know that. But are you gonna watch some replays of the old races of what went on here to try to size up your competition?
Nord, we all know that bumper humping is porn, so I will be watching bumper humping on twitch.tv/Nordgar.
I thank you very much for that plug, and Rudy's getting a chuckle out of it. And Rudy, you got a question for Jason there?
Jason, congratulations on your win, buddy. I know you've been pushing for this the same as I have all week.
I don't hear Rudy.
How does it really feel now that you know you've won?
Rudy wants to know, how does it really feel that you know that you won? I don't think they can hear you, Rudy, but how does it feel that you know you've won and sealed your spot?
I'll tell you what, this is enormous weight lifted. I've been telling everybody at my work, I mean, I shout down the hallways before I leave for the day, twitch.tv/Nordgar, and they all know what I'm talking about, because I've actually shown them the YouTube videos of me getting wrecked every which way. My screensaver is me getting wrecked, so I'm just so happy.
Well, you can change the screensaver now, because I'm going to post a picture of you coming across the finish line first, so they won't think you're full of shit at work anymore.
Thanks again, Nordgar.
You got it, Jason. Congratulations. We'll see you next Saturday night, buddy.
10-4.
All right, T-Man, Trevor Johnson, 66 driver. You got a copy?
He left. He had something to do.
All right, well, congratulations to Trevor. Ryan Hunt, you little mouth, I know you're there. What do you got to say here, 48?
Finally made it in. After, I don't know, every possible thing has happened to me in these races. Every which way I can wreck. It happened. I finally made it in. It's just like Jason said, a huge weight lifted off your shoulders.
Well, you've been in these heat races all week, Ryan. As we see the servers doing all kinds of crazy shit on the replay. We've seen you in these heat races all week. How would you say the level of competition has gotten the further into these heat races we've gone?
I don't know. It's slowly kind of actually leveled off. At first it was, very difficult because you had fast guys like Dave Swindell, hovering on the pole and all those fast guys up there. But as the fast guys got in, it got a little bit. I shouldn't say easier, but it was just a little more. I don't know how to describe it really. It's just I had more confidence saying, okay, now that the fast guys are going, maybe I can weasel my way up there. But my strategy changed the whole week. At first, I was just going to stay in the back. But once I realized, when you're in the back, yeah, you're getting around these wrecks, but you can't go anywhere because the racing's so tight in the pack, it's just, there's nowhere to go. So then I decided, I'll stay up in the front, because that's what it looked like, the guys who were getting in were staying up in the front all race. So I guess it seemed to work.
Well, you didn't win the race tonight, but, you seal your deal. What was... and this is probably a stupid question, but what was more important here at these heat races? Actually winning the race or just actually getting into the 500?
For me, my goal the whole week wasn't to win. It was to get in, be it third or second, and in this case it was third, and I'm completely content with that because I'm in. I really don't care about winning.
Well, you're going to have 200 laps next Sunday afternoon under your belt to do. Now, these 50-lap runs, Ryan, not a lot of time to see what your car can do, especially when there's 4 cautions, people pushing and shoving people out of the way and causing wrecks. 50-lap runs not really showing what your car can do. What does the 48 car have for, let's say, a 80 or 90-lap green flag run?
The 48 low Chevrolet, it handles pretty well in the draft. It gets a little tight in the draft, actually. It pushes up some, but that, I can work on. I have plenty of time for the NORDTONA 500, plenty of time to fix that. Qualifying is my biggest issue right now. I got to work on qualifying speeds because the speed isn't there just right now. But handling-wise, other than the push in the draft, it's pretty good. 48 low Chevrolet it's cooking.
All right, Ryan, congratulations on your 3rd place finish, and we're going to get out of here, but before we do, anybody, your sponsors or anybody you want to give a shout out here live on Norgard TV as we get ready to go off the air before we get out of here?
As always, I want to thank you guys. You've heard it plenty of times, but it can't be said enough. You guys for putting on such a great show and all that. You put out a lot of money a week, you just do so much for the iRacing community. It's not, no amount of thanks can, crap, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. Just thank you.
You're welcome, Ryan. I'm glad you're having fun, and I'm glad you made it in. Congratulations on making it in, and to all the other drivers that are listening right now, keep your heads up. You guys raced very, very well. I'm proud of every single one of you out on the track tonight. And, just come back tomorrow and try it again. I mean, it's Daytona. It's a crapshoot. Plain and simple, it's a crapshoot. So thank you, Ryan, and thank your whole crew there.
Thanks. See you next week.
All right, Rudy. Heat race number 10 in the book. What would you like to say to wrap this up here for heat race number 10, Rudy?
Well, I'm very proud of all the guys. We have a lot of league members in the top 10. I'm very proud of that. I'm sure you are. Even in the top 20, there's a lot of them. I feel bad about some of the guys getting wrecked out, the cautions. That's hard racing, and you heard yourself, from Ryan there that it's a relief to just. The race is over and he's in the 500. That means a lot to these people. They don't care if they win, they just want to be in the 500.
Well, I'm blown away by the reception that this has been receiving, Rudy, and I wish you, Rudy, the best on the track the rest of the week, trying to even be able to be allowed to get in the race, for God's sake. We set a Norgard TV record, and you know what? I don't know if there's any way to check it, but I bet you we set an iRacing record here tonight with 43 drivers entering a hosted room in 30 seconds, Rudy.
Oh, without a doubt. We've seen it. We've seen the 40-second mark, and now the 30-second mark. This is just overwhelming. I can't believe it. It blows me away. I can't believe it.
Well, I don't think we can get any quicker than that. I really don't. But every time I think that, I'm wrong. So we'll see.
I know. I mean, I had the 18-second countdown, and I missed it.
Well,
So,
let's give all the drivers credit where credit is due. They ran a good race. Despite all the wrecks, they're running so hard, and I can't knock any of the drivers for what we saw tonight. And what I will say about Rudy, the further on we get into these speed weeks, and the wrecks and the accidents are happening. Earlier on in the week, we saw some intentional, really stupid stuff. We're not seeing that anymore. We're seeing these guys. Look, there's going to be wrecks that happen. That's racing, plain and simple. But these guys, they're being, it seems to me anyway, from up here in the booth, and correct me if I'm wrong because you're down on the track, it seems to me that these guys are actually trying to be a little smarter out there, Rudy.
but yeah, I think you're seeing that now as the speed week's starting to come to a close. It's getting midpoint. You're seeing the people are starting to learn a little more patience, I believe.
Well, let's do this, Rudy. Let's give all the drivers credit where credit is due, and let's go over the finishing order, kind of how we did the start. And again, the top three making it. Everybody else going to have to try again. And here we go. Jason Brizik is going to come home, and he's going to qualify. So is Trevor Johnson and Ryan Hunt. David Washington, heartbreaker for Washington there, coming home in fourth. Washington did a great job all night running up front. So did Victor Barlett. He'll come home in fifth. Jeremy Dominique in sixth position. Matt L. Simpson in seventh. Mark Newland in eighth. Robert Wolfram in ninth. And rounding out the top 10 there is going to be William Roberts.
Yeah, we got Ariotti finished 11th. It's kind of been an up and down week for him too. Eric Brantley, one of the league members, finished 12th. Unfortunately, he got tangled up a little bit there. Eddie Curry coming in 13th. Brian Terry, he was a lap down, came from a lap down, got his lap back and finished 14th. Brogan Lant finished 15th. Caleb McKee, 16th. Crash D'Amico, he comes in 17th. Ed Hewitt, 18th. S.J. Morgan, 19th. And Brandon Chubbs, we call him, finished the 20th, and that'll round out the 20th spot.
Yeah, and to finish her off, Kevin O'Keefe, your pole sitter there in 21st position. Disappointing finish for him, getting caught up in yet another wreck here. And O'Keefe is like one of those guys like Leonard too, and O'Keefe and Leonard actually getting into one another tonight. And I feel bad for these guys because they try so freaking hard, Rudy, and they want to be in it so bad. And I wish I could you know what, Rudy? I wish we could have a NORDTONA 500 with 150 drivers in it. That's really what I wish, because that's how many drivers that I have seen here in the last week, Rudy, that deserve and should be in this shit. But it is what it is. It's a competition, and you got to survive. You got to, luck's got to be on your side, and you got to have some skill. And freaking O'Keefe, man, he's tried so hard, and I feel my heart goes out to these guys who finish here in the back of the field, getting caught up in somebody else's shit. And Timpson, Riggs, Lanning, Leonard's going to finish 25th. Sheila Reiber, I don't even know if that really was a chick. We're not going to get to talk to that person. And Oltmans, here's another guy. Oltmans there that was running in the Wheaties car, was up front all night long. Seth Frazier in 28th. James Wilms, there's another guy that secretly I'm rooting for, because without James Wilms, Rudy, none of this shit would happen every night, because Wilms is like the spokesperson down there on the track for me as a voice. And he puts in so much time and effort and money into this league. And James Wilms going to come home 29th. Matthew Nichols, 30th. Levy, 31st. Stephen Marks, 32nd. Alex Peck. I went to school with an Alex Peck. In 33rd. Christopher Sircoy in 34th. Zach Arvin in 35th. Maddox in 36th. Davis, 37th. Aaron Cummings, there's your boy, 36 laps down. What do you have to say about that?
He was having connection issues tonight. I didn't see what happened there, but I'll watch it in the replay. he'd been having computer issues all week, and I think maybe he might be on the men's getting it straightened out. But yeah, I feel very bad for him. He was really trying.
Eric Rodman in 39th, Corey Hart in 40th, Dustin Lee. Dustin Lee, another guy, he had a limited open window of opportunity to run heat races, and Lee, he's going to finish, he gets taken out real early. He's going to finish 41st. Now, if you don't know who Dustin Lee is, he is the king of defying all of iRacing physics. And some of the most astounding wrecks we've seen Lee in, and again, not of his doing, but Dustin Lee kind of a staple around here. Lee finishing second in the Truck Series to Kevin Kress this year, losing the championship by 3 points. So Lee looking to redeem himself, get out there and win the big one. Dennis Wilder in 42nd, and Irma Cora, who did not qualify or did not grid, which, by the way, Irma Cora, sorry to tell you this live over the air, but you're blacklisted for the rest of the, unless it was a connection issue. If there was connection issues, I'd take that back, but you did not put up a qualifying time, you did not grid, you took up a spot, you're out of here, buddy. Unless it was a connection issue, and I will check the video to see if that is true. But we're not going to tolerate people coming in, taking up spots, Rudy, and just leaving and not showing up, because there is literally probably 50 to 60 people waiting to get in these races.
Yep, and unfortunately I didn't make it in, and that could have been the spot I could have taken.
Yeah, I'm getting word right now, though, from our official timekeeper, if you want to call him a timekeeper, Bytor there. He said he thinks it was a connection issue, which by all means is totally acceptable, and there is a way to figure it out, and I'll look at it and we'll figure it out. But Irma Cora has been here all week, and I would not imagine, I know he wants to get in as well, so I would not imagine him just dumping and bailing. So Irma Cora there in 43rd position. He fell out before qualifying. That's what I'm getting from Wertman right now. So not exactly sure what's going to happen with that, but Irma Cora's tried hard all week, but he's not able to get in there. And yet, it's just like you said, Rudy, that could have been your spot, buddy.
Yeah, but it happens. I don't know. I can't explain. Maybe iRacing can explain what the connection thing is, but when you're getting 43 drivers trying to all connect at the same exact time, you never know what kind of crap's going to happen,
Well, again, Irma Cora, we've seen him here all week, and, I don't mean to be, and I'm not jumping anybody, but, I'm warning people who are listening and still watching that, if you come in, take up a spot, and leave, no explanation whatsoever, you're not coming back, plain and simple, and that's it, because there's too many people trying to get in the race that can't, because for whatever reason. So that's going to round it out. That's going to do it here from Daytona here tonight and on Norgard TV for the night here. Rudy, Rudy, what do you need to do other than actually get in the freaking the server? What do you and your crew chief have planned for this week?
Well, we talked about it several times, and we've been trying to do a little testing and see if we can gain that 1/10 or something to try to get us maybe a little closer to the front. I've tried different strategies. My crew chief and I have talked about it several times. Just do we start in the back and try to work to the front? Try to avoid the wrecks. We've tried middle of the pack. We can hang with them, and then all of a sudden, you get crashed out. Somebody gets loose, gets into the wall, taps you in the side. They want to go 3 wide. Patience is the biggest key here, and I think we've all talked about that several times. It's hard to get some of these young guns to show a little patience, but I think tonight we've seen some patience. Those top 3 guys that finished, they had patience. They worked their way. They picked through the field, and it turned out to be an amazing finish. I'm sorry it finished under caution, but great finish.
Well, Rudy, let me take this time for all the work that you have been doing behind the scenes. Let me publicly thank you in front of everybody. You're the man. I haven't known you all that long, but for as long as I have known you, I can tell you that I enjoy racing with you. I enjoy racing with you, and again, as we said earlier in our little joking there, that I owe you a win, buddy, and it'll happen at some point. I promise you. I'll push you across the start-finish line at some point.
I'm ready for it, buddy. I'm ready.
All right, Rudy. Well, this is Norgar. I'm going to be signing off, and I'm going to sign off here for Rudy as well. But Rudy, thank you very much for joining me up here in the booth tonight. I appreciate it. It was a nice addition here for one of these heat races. And Rudy, I think you just gained a whole bunch of fans that are going to be rooting for you here this week because they absolutely loved you in Norgar TV chat up here in the booth. So thank you, Rudy, for I know you were a little upset about not getting in the race, but I hope you had a good experience up here, and I hope we can have you up here again.
I'd enjoyed this. This was great, and I feel honored for you to have me up here in the booth with you. This is great. I really, really enjoyed this, and thank you.
All right, you're welcome, Rudy, and good luck to you this week coming up here in the last week of Speedweeks. I can't believe we're in the last week now. It seems like the first week went by so fast, and we have 7 days until the 500. So good luck to you and your team, Rudy, and go out there and go get them, buddy.
I will. Thank you, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nordgar signing off from Daytona. We'll see you live tomorrow night. Check the schedule. Check tomorrow morning for the times and the passwords. Well, the times are already up. They've been predetermined. But check for the password tomorrow morning, early afternoon. And don't be late because the room filling up in 30 seconds here tonight. But this is Nordgar from Nordgar TV. I am out of here tonight. Thank you very much, Rudy, and we'll see you tomorrow.